Hello, this is Keith from Kinvert, and we're going to be going over a slightly more complicated example of a radical equation and how to solve it. So here's our equation. We're going to say 2 times the cube root of x plus 2. This is the cube root, and we're going to be adding 7 to this, and this equals 9. What are the steps to solve this and find the value for x that makes this left side of the equation equal the right side? We want to start isolating x. The first thing we want to do is start subtracting 7 from both sides to get rid of this constant. And what will we end up with here? 2 times the cube root of x plus 2, and this is essentially plus 0, so we can skip it, equals 9 minus 7, that is 2. Now we're left with all this. Well, the next thing we can do is cancel out this coefficient here that's multiplying this radical. We're going to divide both sides by 2. What's that going to get us? Now we have the cube root of x plus 2 equals 1. All right. Now what we want to do is continue to isolate x. We can't just take away the 2. We've still got all of that inside of this cube root. What we need to do is take each sides of this to the power of 3. We need to cube this since we have a cube root. What do we end up with? X plus 2, because it just cancels out the cube root. This equals 1 cubed. Well, 1 times 1 is 1, and then again 1 times 1 is 1, so we still have 1 on the right side. The final thing that we can do to isolate x is to subtract 2 from both sides, since we have that constant 2 added to x. And now we end up with x plus 0, right? So just x equals 1 minus 2 is negative 1. The solution to this radical equation is x equals negative 1. So I hope this was helpful. This was a slightly more difficult example where we have a constant here. We've got a coefficient multiplying the radical. We've got multiple things in the radical, and it's set to another number. We've got to get it set up so we're isolating the constant away. We're dividing both sides to get it to be just the radical itself. Now we've got the radical. We need to get rid of the radical. We cube both sides since it's a cube root. And then we get the addition of 2 away from both sides. We subtract 2 from both sides, and we get our answer of x equals negative 1. This was Keith from Kinvert, and I hope you found this helpful. Thanks a lot. Bye.